Have you ever sat in silence next to someone, both staring into the distance, completely lost in thought, but thinking about totally different things? You might both be overthinking, but in drastically different ways. It's one of those quiet, invisible battles we all fight, yet few of us ever talk about in depth. Women overthink, men overthink, but we do it differently. And if we don't understand those differences, it can lead to confusion, miscommunication, and a whole lot of unnecessary heartache. Let's pull back the curtain on this mental maze we call overthinking. Why do we do it? Why does it feel so heavy? And most importantly, how do we stop? The overthinking war inside the female mind. When a woman overthinks, it often looks like a storm made of questions. Did I say something wrong? Why hasn't he texted me back? What if she misunderstood what I meant? What if I made the wrong choice? Her mind plays out scenario after scenario, each one worse than the last, like a film director filming dozens of alternate endings to the same scene. She tries to predict outcomes, decode hidden meanings. She tries reading between the lines, even when there's nothing actually written there. For women, overthinking tends to be emotionally driven. They loop thoughts based on feelings, relationships, words, and tone. A tiny spark of uncertainty can ignite a wildfire of self-doubt. Her brain wants answers, but also security, clarity, emotional closure. And when she doesn't get those answers, she creates them. That's when the imagination kicks in and fuels the cycle even more. It's not weakness. It's not drama. It's an emotional survival tactic, often learned from a young age, when girls are taught to be considerate, to read others' emotions, to not offend, to nurture. So her overthinking is not just worry. It's mental multitasking. It's her attempt to keep everyone emotionally safe, including herself. The overthinking war inside the male mind. Now let's step into the male mind. Overthinking is just as real, but the style is different. A man's overthinking doesn't always come with a flood of emotions. It's more like a quiet battlefield where thoughts get stuck. He might replay a mistake over and over in his mind like a broken record. A decision he made, a failure, a regret, or even worse, a moment when he didn't act, and now he feels powerless to change it. Men are often raised to solve problems, not express feelings. So instead of talking it out, they internalize it. Instead of spiraling emotionally, they spiral logically. Why didn't I take that job? Did I say something stupid at that meeting? How do I fix this situation without looking weak? What's wrong with me that I can't seem to get it together? Men overthink through silence. They stare off, frown, scroll endlessly, or dive into distractions, gaming, work, sports, even dangerous habits, to numb the overanalysis. They don't always express the pressure they feel, but it builds like steam in a kettle. And here's the tragic part. Men are often judged not for overthinking, but for not expressing that they're overthinking. So they stay stuck, ashamed, thinking they're the only one feeling this way. When men and women overthink in different ways, it creates a strange dynamic. She talks more to release the stress. He talks less to deal with it. She might feel he doesn't care. He might feel she's too emotional. Both are wrong, but it's easy to see how these misunderstandings form. In friendships, relationships, families, or workplaces, overthinking becomes the invisible monster that feeds anxiety, ruins trust, causes conflict, and slowly breaks down confidence. You begin to doubt yourself, doubt others. You delay action. You hesitate. You feel stuck. And here's the truth that stings the most. Overthinking is often just fear in disguise. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, Fear of being misunderstood, fear of being alone, fear of not being enough. And when you live in fear, you stop living fully. So what's the way out? It starts with awareness. Once you can see the pattern, you can break it. For women, learn to pause the emotional loop. Before you assume what someone meant or what might happen, ask yourself, do I know this for a fact? Or am I imagining it? Journal it, speak it, breathe through it. Let your words out, but don't let your thoughts take you hostage. Recognize that not every silence is a threat, not every delay is rejection, and not everything requires a response. Sometimes peace is found not by getting answers, but by accepting that you don't need all of them right now. For men, you have to stop carrying the mental load alone. Talk it out, not just to vent, but to process. The moment you start saying it aloud, the power of overthinking weakens. You don't have to fix everything right now. Sometimes clarity comes not from logic, but from expression. You are not weak for being unsure. You are not broken for feeling overwhelmed. Real strength is the courage to face the chaos in your head and not run from it. Find an outlet: physical activity, writing, prayer, deep conversation, therapy. Whatever works, use it. But don't stay silent. The mind needs to breathe too. And for both, we have to stop judging how the other overthinks. Just because someone thinks differently doesn't mean they're wrong or irrational. One person overthinks in color, the other in grayscale. One shouts inside, the other whispers. But both deserve compassion. Relationships thrive when both people realize, hey, I may not always understand your thoughts, but I respect that you have them. Overthinking isn't evil. At its core, it's a sign that you care. You care about the outcome. You care about people. You care about doing the right thing. That's beautiful. But when overthinking stops you from living, from loving, from acting, then it becomes your prison. To escape, you must choose presence over perfection. You must choose faith over fear. You must choose movement over mental paralysis. Because the truth is, life won't give you all the answers you want, but it will reward you when you show up anyway. Brave, imperfect, and real. So if you're stuck in your head right now, hear this. You're not alone. Your thoughts are not facts. Your fears are not reality. And your mind is not your enemy. It just needs guidance. Let today be the day you guide it home. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what they start. And remember, live with honor or die a coward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.